BBN, Jack Fruits. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Once again, I told y'all we don't make any steps. We getting back to where we supposed to be, and we're gonna be doing what we supposed to be doing. Hassan Campbell, I got a couple of things to say. First thing is, I already have a question up, correct? And the question basically is, did you believe Hassan Campbell before he went live from the hospital bed? And 12 people voted, and only 8% of the people wrote yes. So don't know what to tell you. 46% of the people just wanted to see the results that actually. So I don't know what to tell you about that. But thank you very much for participating. We're gonna look a little bit later in today, about an hour. We leave that up for about 30 more minutes, and then we'll see what the answers have been on there, and then we'll come back and we'll speak on that. If we're gonna do roll call at about the 3-minute mark, about the 5-minute mark. I got a couple of videos to play for y'all before we get the show going. First thing I want to say is, be happy. I'm very happy myself that we have the people that we have that are part of this community. You guys are excellent. You guys are great. It makes it easy for me to come in here and do content often, especially when you guys are actually commenting and when you guys are, being a part of. I'm trying to click on something over here. It's not letting me. Especially when you guys are commenting, it's always great. And so I want to talk about something, and I'm not going to make a "I told you so" video, as often sometimes we do in these situations when we're talking about something that I have said previously, and it comes up to be a thing that's going on. So instead of just telling you, and I told you so, I'll show you. How about that? Okay, I will show you as soon as it clicks on this thing over here. When it clicks on, I mean, it's not clicking. There's not much I can do over here. As soon as it clicks on over here, then we're going to show you. I'm going to show you because I've been saying this very thing I've been saying for a very long time. And like I've told you before, I'm very happy to have you guys in the community. It makes it really, really easy for us to have good conversations in here and talk about things that matter. So that's why often we're ahead of the curve whenever we're having these conversations. Hold on. This is a whole different conversation. Hassan Campbell. I just wanted to show you something real quick before we get Hassan Campbell going. We're going to do roll call in one moment. What's going on over here? You going to play the video? Anyway, I'm going to tell you what the video is saying. It's going to pop up any moment now. Do you remember how I have been telling y'all for the longest that the problem that the actual mayor of New York City has is that what's going on is he was promised some money from the Democrats in Washington, and they never gave it to him. And that's why they're having this issue going on currently where there are these migrants that they don't have any money for. So therefore, they're changing Patience. I don't even know if you guys can see me yet. I don't even know if you guys can see me yet. To be honest. Like on my screen, I can't see me, but on my little screen, I can see me. Anyway, just in case you guys can see me, I'm gonna say thank you for everybody that was patient for me to come back. Soon, hopefully, I'll be back up on the screen. There I go. Soon, I go back up on the screen. This with going from one video to another presently, and if I have anything, I'll just show you on my phone, and then that'll just make it that much easier, so we can just keep the show going until I figure out how to get all of these glitches out of the way, because we just came back. With that being said, let me just shout out to J Mac dropping the Cash App in the chat. I definitely appreciate you. Let me go over there and pin that real quick. But I gotta say this much: the funny thing is, so many people clicked the button to just see the results. Like, y'all guys just didn't believe them. Like, what the hell? Like, really? Like, nobody was believing them. Like, I was really over here giving y'all a good reason for why it was probably true, and y'all still wasn't believing them. What's up with that dude that was going crazy this morning? Remember that dude that was going crazy this morning? Anybody remember that guy? He's telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. I was telling him I wasn't even saying he did or didn't. I was just trying to be impartial. That's all I was doing. I don't know what that guy was talking about. The drugs. With that being said, RD Glasses, good evening, BBN. Salute, my brother. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Shout out to King Ja. He says 1985. He says salute for a salute. Hope everything going good with you and yours. Shout out to the kid is back. Bushwick in the building. Shout out to Bushwick. You already know what it is. King Ja said he showed the bullet that the doctor took out. Not only did he show the bullet that the doctor took out, but he got hit in the shoulder. So they was going for a headshot? Or did the gunfight misfire? Remember, somebody came in here the other day, and I'm not saying that this is true neither. I'm just saying that somebody said this. Do y'all remember when somebody came in here the other day and they said that he had his friend shoot him? And I was like, it sounds crazy. And no, I'm not saying that happened, just so we can be clear. It's like, shout out to Brandon Washington. Salute, my brother. Hope everything going well with you and yours. Shout out to the few. Who else we got up in here? King Ja. He says the government will send billions of dollars to other countries, but won't spend a dime of their own. That's what it seems like is happening. That's a whole fact. Trillions of dollars. What are you talking about? Billions. J Max says app's not running smoothly. No, it isn't, but something's gonna happen sooner or later, right? RD Glass says StreamYard not letting the show run smoothly. It is what it is. We're doing what we're doing at the moment. Sergeant Slippery, he said it's back. It's all the way back. It's almost back, my brother. I appreciate your enthusiasm. RD Glass, pardon me. Who else we got? Rugi Hauser says, I'll say it again. Campbell thing reminds me of Gravy in the front of 97. I mean, I need to understand what was going on then. Just to be honest with you, you can send me the clip. I can see it now. Okay, so I want to show y'all something real quick. This is something that we did on before, and then we're going to talk straight into Hassan Campbell. But I just want to show y'all something, and then I have something I want to show y'all a little bit later that Cardi B said.
Administration has delivered for you over and over again. Jobs are up, crime is down. And every day, we're delivering for working people. But for months, you've heard me talk about the fiscal challenges our city is facing as the cost of asylum seeker humanitarian crises have skyrocketed, placing great strain on our budget. At the same time, COVID-19 stimulus funding is sunsetting. We have been clear that without significant timely action from our state and federal partners, we will be forced to make some tough choices. As we have made these hard choices, fellow New Yorkers, in recent months, our administration has delivered for you over and over again. Jobs are up, crime is down, and every day we're delivering for working people. But for months, you've heard me talk about the fiscal challenges our city is facing as the cost of the asylum seeker humanitarian crises have skyrocketed, placing great strain on our budget. At the same time, COVID-19 stimulus funding is sunsetting. We have been clear that without significant timely action from our state and federal partners, we will be forced to make some tough choices. As we have made these hard choices, fellow New Yorkers, in recent months, our administration has delivered for you over and over again. Jobs are up, crime is down.
You don't need to hear that over again. So I just want to be clear about something. Who told y'all all of this? I just want to be clear about that. Who told y'all about all of this? Who's been saying this almost every single time we've talked about migrants? Who's been saying exactly what he's saying? Who's been telling y'all that this was going to happen? I'm just saying. They tell y'all I'm crazy. They say y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But it seems like I'm consistently right, and I consistently know what's about to happen. Seems like I'm right a lot. Not even a little bit. Ain't that something? Just saying. Just saying. So the mayor literally told you exactly what I told y'all was going to happen when he first said he was going to take in the migrants. I said, Biden's never going to pay him. Remember? I told y'all this. And then all throughout the summer, when this topic has been something we've spoken on, that's exactly what I've been saying. He's not getting the money, and we're going to have a whole lot of problems. Remember what I told y'all? Check this. I said, yo, they're not even allowing people to get overtime. Remember when I first told y'all about that? So I've been on top of this. I've been reporting on this all of this time. Just so we can be clear for anybody that watches our programs. I don't know who else cover these topics. What up, Fire Chief? What up, Soraya? These topics. I know that if you're a part of this community, you on the ball and you know what's going on. I know that much. Let's get into this Hassan Campbell. Give me 1 second. We're going to look at the poll. I hope everybody has voted on our poll that we have up. It didn't come through. It didn't come through. It didn't come through. Your comment came through, but it didn't come through. We got 51 people voting already. Please, everybody, please go vote. The question is, did you believe Hassan Campbell before he went live from the hospital bed? Did you believe Hassan Campbell before he went live from the hospital bed? 52 people voted. So far, 40% said yes. Really? 30% said no. Oh, it's moving right now. Y'all still voting. But right now, 42 for yes, 30 for no, 28 just over there, just want to see the results. And I guess as we speak, if you're somebody that clicked, you just want to see the result. I mean, we're saying before the hospital bed. So I guess you can't change. I mean, unless you just decide you want to put your answer up. Soraya says, I have come to the conclusion regarding the Hassan Campbell matter. What is your conclusion? Just so we could be clear. Okay. Just so we could be clear, let me show you this video.
What up, people? Y'all see me up in this hospital bed. So,
shout out to the rabbit hole. This is where I got this from.
Got a miserable night sleeping in this hospital, boy. Bags looking crazy. Braids looking nasty. Face need to shape up. But I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Oh, man. Boy, Mr. Checkmate was sleep there all night. So this is the bullet that got me right here. Piece of cake.
Okay, so first thing I want to do, I'm done with that. That's enough. So the first thing I want to say is, so Soraya said, you think somebody, didn't I tell you how somebody came in and said they think his friend shot him? Soraya says, it appears he was shot in the arm. Now, if a henchman wanted him dead, he would be dead. Maybe he put the move on him. Maybe he did like a little, maybe he did like a little like that. You know what I'm saying? He put the move on him. The guy was like aiming over there and he like shook him. And then so it hit his shoulder. Have you ever seen, okay, so just to be fair to Hassan Campbell, you would expect for him after he got in a situation like that and then survived to act like it was just a Tuesday. I'm just saying, this is Hassan Campbell. Let's at least be fair to that. But I did have somebody else. I don't know if it was you that said that this morning. I don't think, but it was somebody else, or at least I remember reading. I remember reading that the in the chat that somebody believed that his friend shot him. He was like, yo, he got his friend to shoot him. I was like, oh man, I can't even believe that. That's crazy. Level says God was on his side because he was definitely looking for a headshot. That's what I'm assuming. I'm saying, you know, maybe that's what happened. I told y'all we should probably err on the side of caution previously. I think that we should also err on the side of caution here also. Remember previously when the people earlier was like, yo, this thing was going on over these. He is faking. He do this all the time. And I was like, how can you use your opinion that since he did some things previously that might not have been above board, that means that this time he's also doing something that's a little bit bananas. I don't even understand that. You're just telling me because of this opinion, that opinion? What the hell are you talking about? Isn't that what I was saying earlier? I'm just saying we should keep that mindset. Is that fair? That's basically all I'm saying. We should keep that mindset. I'm a little okay telling people what happened without me actually have been there. I'm pretty good at this. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm pretty good at this. Let's read some comments real quick. So Soraya, you think it was a warning shot, but warning shots aren't supposed to actually hit the person. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that. I'm not laughing at his situation either, by the way. I'm just happy he's doing well, or he's gonna recover well. But warning shots aren't actually supposed to hit the thing that it's warning. I just want to say that, just in case you didn't know. Arthur D. Glass says cameras all over New York City. If he would have did it, he would have got caught on cam. What I think happened was some people pulled up on him, and it was a situation where it was going to get serious. He closed out of his app for whatever the reason, and then whatever happened, happened. Now, maybe his own man is the one that shot him. That's still a possibility. Right? There's still a possibility his own man shot him. We don't know who shot him. We just know he got shot. They showed the bullet. They showed the bullet, Soraya. I'm sorry. They showed the bullet. Told y'all,
people.
I thought there was a better chance he got shot than not. He showed the bullet. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure BBs can penetrate the skin at times. I'm pretty sure that happens. I don't know. He pulled the knife and caught a hot one. I'm going to say something. I didn't say that. Rugi Hauser said that. I want to say something, and I want to be clear about this. Because I find this kind of interesting. Maybe not. Maybe so. So, are we going to say he was pump faking? I'm asking because we all know how he's going to spin it. What he's going to basically say is that they tried to kill him when in reality, people were sleeping, minding their business. And he went over there and he started yelling and screaming and disrupting the community. And then when he disrupted the community in the way that he disrupted the community, he then got mad at the community and he yelled at the community. He wasn't doing anything productive in the community. Everything that he was doing was destructive. So therefore, that's the energy that came back to him. Destructive energy. Am I saying anything wrong? If I am, put me on the game, because I might just be wrong about what I'm talking about. But what came back to him was destructive energy. That's what he was putting out. You understand? Why do you think Hassan Campbell pre-recorded the live 183rd? And why do you think that even matters if he actually is in the hospital and got shot? I told you I didn't think he pre-recorded the live. I told you what I thought happened. And what I said happened is probably what happened. I know somebody that said that they were in the live when it was actually happening, by the way, just so we could be clear. They was in the live earlier. They said it was a live and they was in the live when it was actually happening. Somebody else said he wasn't responding to anybody in the live, so they believed that it wasn't a live and it was a pre-recorded video that he was then replaying live through StreamYard. I think that was what was the interpretation. Thought Ninja shot himself to get that YouTube views. Okay. Level Up says absolutely right for us early in the morning. That's what shit in the projects is a no-go. Yeah, so he was out there in the middle of the projects yelling and screaming, and not just at people. He was kind of going off. So I don't know what else you would have expected to happen. That's what I'm saying. Hip Hop News on the Spot said Hassan kept pushing. He played with fire and keep calling that negativity. Yeah. I think I was always told that there were certain rules, right? And so one of them is you never take out a weapon unless you're going to use said weapon. Right. So I'm not going to talk about the myriad of different reasons why that's just what you do. But that's basically what you're supposed to do, right? Hassan Campbell on live pulled the knife out, had it behind his back like this, telling some dude to keep walking, who was busy just trying to say I'm a fan. So it's also a respect to the person you're talking to. You know? You just can't do that, fam. I don't know what to tell you. You just can't do that. A lot of people don't know how YouTube work. I'm not going to keep explaining that over and over and over again. I've done explain that almost every time I got on the live. I don't feel like explaining it right now. I'll do it one time in this live just so we can be clear. Do you know when we go live on the phone, if I have to close out of the app, like, you know how you have, I'll just open up just random YouTube, right? So I got the YouTube app, and let's say I'm live streaming, right? Like I'm using this thing right here, like I'm live streaming, right? So I close out of the app, like I press the button over here, boom, and then I go into back to this app or whatever, right? Bam. But the other app is still open. So now I'm doing whatever I'm doing over there, while y'all over here, you got that circle going around like this. Y'all like, yo, where Frost at? Then I come back, bam, we back in the app, right? But now, when YouTube takes that live stream, and I leave out of the live stream, and YouTube takes that live stream and it makes the video, it's not going to show you that part where all of that circling while you was waiting for me. They're going to smash cut the two ends, and they just going to edit that shit out. You understand? So just because there's a smash cut right there, all that means is that he could have just closed out the app like I just showed you. I'm not saying that that is what happened. I'm just saying that there is a possibility that that is something that could have happened. I'm saying that it's not absolute. What you're saying to make it so that it's definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, a pre-recorded video. That's what I'm saying. Level Up said he asked for the shooters and they came outside. That's what the scene happened. Me mugging dudes walking past him for no reason. He was definitely doing that. That didn't make any sense. Kyra Knows says, sometimes we're in a bad mood and we're just in a bad space. So it's one thing to just be not in a good space. It's another thing to not be in a good space and be yelling at niggas at the same time. So that's what he was doing, just so we could be clear. Because any of us could be walking down the street and not be in a good space. And it just be one of those moments where it's just like, let that guy just, go, what we don't know what he's dealing with. You know what I'm saying? All of us as men are dealing with something that only we know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just about being a man. In any regard. So he's not just outside walking around, upset. He's also verbalizing his anger towards the people that's walking past him and towards the people in the buildings. So he was doing something that, he should have thought twice about, just in general. That's all I'm saying. We got to treat each other better. God says that he doesn't like when we speak negatively. He doesn't want us, speaking negatively. He doesn't like violence neither. So at that moment, he was doing both of those things. He was speaking negatively and he was speaking on violence and wanting to commit violence and thinking violently. And because he was speaking negatively and he was speaking so harshly, his words were violent. You understand what I'm saying? So he was violent in that moment. And that's something that God doesn't want. So, yeah, if you're going to be open for things to happen to you, you're removing yourself from the protection of the Most High. Kyra knows says, salute, Kyra. Saraya says, that's why I feel it might have been some friendly fire to chase him off the block. I don't know. Could be. What do I know? Rugi says, my man Cavari used to come to my... Wait, which Caviar? Or are you talking about Cavario? You talking about Cavario? Anyway, my man Caviar used to come to my building in the Jacks in Far Rock, screaming my name early in the morning. And after a few cans of peas came flying out the window, he cut that issue all the way out. Yeah, man, people don't want nobody pulling up to their crib early in the morning screaming outside. Nobody want that. That doesn't work. That's another thing that made me comfortable going out, doing the lives outside, because I don't really want to start the lives in my crib at like 7 o'clock. My neighbors, I'm going to disturb my neighbors. But, at 9:30, 9:20, 9:30, I think that's a good time to start the live. Even 8:30 is a little bit better. But 7 o'clock, like, no, I can't do that. I'm going to disturb my neighbors. Like, what the heck? That's another reason why going outside is good. I don't want to disturb my neighbors. I might not even be disturbing them. They might like my show, as far as I know. Hip Hop News on the Spot says, you done before, Frost. If you lit live, we have to wait. But if it's a rerun, it just cuts. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Now do you understand why people be coming in here trying to tell me things? And I'm like, well, I don't think it works that way. Maybe you should open your mind to the thing that I think. And they be like, oh, man, Frost, everybody got to agree with you. I'm like, oh, Lord, part of my language. I'm like, oh, man, this shit again. What are you going to do, fam? What you going to do, fam? Yeah, so that's what happened. In any regard, so a man thinketh, so he shall be. This is a fact. With that being said, first of all, I'm very happy to see that he's doing well. It looks like he's going to be leaving out of the hospital. I don't know how many days he's going to be in there, whatever the case is. I wonder if he's going to do a live with somebody's going to say that the hospital's in on it. You know how every time something happens to Hassan Campbell, remember when the police pulled up to his crib, everybody was like, yo, this is a game. The police is in on it. I remember that. Hold on. Tell me where the lie at. Do everybody remember that? Remember when the police pulled up to his crib and they was like, yo, that's a game. This is all cap. The police in on it. Then remember, I think the fire department pulled up on him once. They was like, yo, the fire department in on it. The FBI pulled up to his crib. Y'all was like, the FBI in on it. So now I want to know how the hospital in on it. This is what I want to know. Because y'all gotta, I know the people who don't believe the things that happen to him is going to figure out a way that there's no way that this is real. So everybody could be in on this. Give me a second. It's gonna be like the reason why the video cut because his stunt double had to get in place. He had a guy come out. It was a stunt double. His stunt double is the one that got shot, not him. And when they went to the hospital, they pulled the bullet out of his stunt double. Everything's gonna be everything reason in the world why. There's no, he didn't. I don't get it. I don't know why these things can have possibly happening for some of y'all guys. I hope he stays away from that neighborhood. But we say that every time. He always goes back. Did he really get shot, or was it a paper cut? Nope, he got shot. He showed the bullet. He's laying in the hospital bed. He got shot in the arm. He's laying in the hospital bed. He shows the bullet and everything. Something mentally and spiritually wrong with him has him holding on to an unhealthy connection with the Bronx River. Okay, so the issue is sometimes people don't have sense of self. So since they don't have sense of self, they have to hold on to the identity that people know them by. That's why, there's some people and it seems like they never change. They're always that way. Because at some point or at some period in their life, there was an identity that was bestowed on them that they felt really, really comfortable with and felt like that identity was the apex of who they can possibly be. While there's other individuals, such as probably myself, because of the personality that I have, that I never actually put myself in a box like that. So therefore, I, for lack of a better term, I've lived many lives. Because I've been many different places, doing many different things, being myself, but being able to show different aspects of my personality or aspects of my wit or aspects of my mechanical skills or my intellect, allowing for those specific people to see a different person, even though it's all just the same me. It's just me being able to have the opportunity to work on those skills in that environment. So when you have individuals who don't always have the opportunity to be able to branch out and learn who else they can be, they get stuck in the mindset that they want to be that person that everybody knows them at because that's where they had their glory days. And that best example of that would probably be Al Bundy in the 4 damn touchdowns. I'm just saying. In any regard. Sorry about that. I just really wanted to flex for a moment. I'll be more humble in the future. Soraya says something mentally just said he was in search of content. He definitely found it, unfortunately. Soraya says you are right. You can kind of see that in him. I can see that in his pain. There is an inadequacy in him, even though he puts on his tough persona. Well, I guess. I guess. No, why not? Why not, right? A lot of guys have an inadequacy and put on a tough persona. I wouldn't think that was his defining trait. That's all. I'm not saying it's not true. He wanted to go viral and he got it. Yeah. Basically. First, I'm assuming when he was standing outside with people with him, right? One of them was in the car, correct? So at least one of them was in the car, correct? So imagine you being somebody in your neighborhood who's a somebody. And niggas is hitting you up. Yo, this nigga is out the window yelling and screaming outside in the middle of the morning. Calling niggas saying niggas is PUSSY, calling niggas out. Our whole block hit this dude in front of our building, calling us out to come outside. Like we suckers. Just think about that for one moment, fam. Think of some real shit. Yo, throw some bottles at that nigga. Get him up out of here. They threw some bottles. This nigga got more angry. He didn't want to go nowhere. If he was outside doing something good, I'm behind him. I'm supporting it. But he out there speaking crazy about these people. And he's in a residential area, and I'm always topsy-turvy with that. Because generally speaking, every time we ever did outside filming, we generally try to stay away from residential neighborhoods. Generally speaking, we generally try to stay away from, whenever possible, we try to stay away from residential neighborhoods. Remember that time we was over there, Central Park West? We were staying over there for a while, and we was in that one residential neighborhood. That was crazy because everybody used to stop and say what's up. Like, everybody used to stop and say what's up. Like, that was lit. That was lit. We wasn't even out there long. We was only, I don't even know how long we was out there. Like 2 months, maybe 3. I don't know how long we was out there. That was lit. Everybody used to stop and say what's up. And they hate me for a reason, man. Maybe set up a fake hospital room. He contacted Marvel. He said, yo, look, I know y'all got some sets over there you're not using. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Y'all can't just believe him. Who was the guy that was not going hard? Pause. You know what? Just because we're talking about Hassan Campbell and other things that's going on with the guy, I'm just going to rearrange that whole sentence. Who was the individual? Shout out to all of the people in our community that pumped the brakes on the whole he didn't get shot thing, because I wasn't the only one in here saying that. Shout out to everybody in our community that was on the side of just paying attention and saying, let's wish the guy well, and let's not act like he was, pretending that this thing happened. There's a good chance that this thing actually did happen. Seen and unseen, says I've learned as a well-versed person over time, be careful of what you ask for, because the universe can know to oblige you expeditiously. Yeah, I would assume, those things can happen. Shout out to the, first of all, not because he got shot. I'm just saying, shout out to the Most High, just because. But I'm also saying that's one of the reasons why we need to be grateful and recognize our blessings. Because when we recognize our blessings and when we're grateful, we actually call for more. So yeah, you're right. If you want more blessings, you have to recognize your own blessings. Focus on your blessings. Like that's especially like if you're focusing on somebody else's situation. How can you be focusing on your blessings? How can you make the things happen in your life that's going to help you get to where you want to go? If you're not focusing on the things that you need to think about in order to be able to get to where you want to go, instead you're thinking about things that regards other people's lives and other people's situations. So that's why we need to focus on us, because how can you help somebody else if you're not even in a situation when you have an abundance in order for you to be able to help yourself? Exactly. So you need to be able to help yourself and have abundance Therefore, you can help others. One of the problems that we often have in our communities is before you can get abundance, while you're trying to work to be able to make a situation, what will happen is people see you're not doing as bad as they are doing, so therefore they will assume that you're having this great situation. You got to be rich and not broke like me, when in reality, what you're doing is you're taking that money that you are getting and you're trying to repurpose that money so you can then make more money. You're trying to grow your funds. So a lot of times, since people have economic issues where they don't necessarily understand what it takes in order to be able to grow a portfolio, or they knows what it takes to be able to go to that store over there and probably buy a couple of things, you know what I'm saying, YOLO, you understand what I'm saying? So with that, in that regard, we always want to, grateful, you'll get more. That's basically what I'm saying. Anyway, if y'all want to talk about anything else, put it in the chat. Just so we can be clear. If there's anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Let's look at our poll we got going real quick. Also, we got a question. I'm gonna ask the question right now. Put it in the chat. I want to see some answers. So we got a question right here. It is: do you feel bad for Hassan Campbell and the whole getting shot part? Put it. I want to know what y'all guys think. This is a Q&A over here. This is one of the questions. Do you feel bad for Hassan Campbell and the whole getting shot part? I'll let you know. I'll answer first. I feel bad for the guy. I don't want nobody to get shot, fam. So I want to know how you guys feel. Be honest. If you like, be honest. I want to know how you guys feel about it. Put it in the chat. I feel bad for the guy. I don't want nobody to get shot. Also, I don't want anybody asking to get shot. Also, I don't want anybody throwing anybody's mother down the stairs and having this whole crew stomp on her. Also, I don't want anybody stabbing anybody's mother or stabbing anybody. Also, I don't want any, there's a whole bunch of things going on that I also wouldn't want. In addition to that, is my point. Do you believe Hassan Campbell before he went live from the hospital bed? For everybody that don't know, if you just came in here, Hassan Campbell went live from the hospital bed. He had the bullet that they took out of his shoulder, that he's saying they took out of his shoulder. I believe him. There's some people here that might believe. We have this dude, Hip Hop News on the Spot. His comment says, there you go right there. You can see what his comments say. See with your own two eyes. I forgot I could do that, y'all. Look, his own two eyes. So, I want to be clear about this. I do not think it was a big hospital room myself. He's allowed to think whatever he wants. I'm not trying to stop him. Did you believe Hassan Campbell before he went live from the hospital bed? So far, 82 people voted. 45% said yes. 29% said no, and 26% they just wanted to see the results. They was like, I don't want to weigh in on this one. This one is getting sticky. This is sticky business. Like, this is sticky business. I don't want to get involved in this. Let me see how bad the fam, I don't understand why, like, I don't understand why all the anger at Hassan Campbell. I don't get it. I'm just telling you right now. I don't get it. Hold on, I'm just looking at the screen. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get all the hate. It actually looks like the stream is going pretty smooth. I don't know if the volume is working on point because I turned my volume down, but the screen was running pretty smooth. All right, let's go. I was curious about that. That comment is crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna put it back up there real quick. Your man said it was a fake hospital room. Like, I told you, I believe that there are people who honestly still believe it's fake. Because remember, the police show up. They said it was fake. I think the fire department showed up one time. They said that was fake. I think there was an EMS involved one time. That was fake. So I'm like, is Hassan like recruiting these people? Like, are they part of his community? And they're like, yo, Hassan, man, what's the play today? Like, yo, can you get some of the boys together? And then they like drive by, like a whole bunch of cops come by, and they be like, yo, we're gonna pretend like I found these guns. I'm saying. Also, didn't he get shot for the same reason why these young boys be getting shot? That he's always yelling and screaming about how other people aren't good parents. So basically, he's not even a good parent to himself. I'm curious. I'm going to say that again, just in case nobody understood just in case it was lost on you. Did Hassan Campbell just end up getting shot for the same reason why them other kids be getting shot? That he always yelling and screaming at their parents, talking about how their parents are bad parents because their kids is outside conducting themselves in a manner to get shot, which was the exact way that these kids be conducting themselves that Hassan Campbell just did. So does that mean that he's a bad parent to himself? I'm just asking. I'm curious. I want to know what you guys think about that. Should he go into counseling with himself? They be like, yo, look, Huss, your parenting skills, they have to elevate. I'm not trying to make fun of nobody's parenting skills, as far as I'm making fun of the fact that he makes fun of other people's parenting skills while he's doing the thing that he's making fun of people that their kids are doing when he's talking about how they're having bad parenting skills. Just so we can be clear. I shouldn't even explain that joke, right? That's like the third joke I explained. I got to stop doing it. I'm feeling it tonight. I'm very happy that we got our show to this level. It's about to go back up. It's like the third joke I explained. Sometimes I say small jokes. I don't think people get them. My shoulder is killing me. What else y'all want to talk about besides this? There's other things that we can talk about besides this. I don't know how much longer we're gonna keep the live going. Y'all like the live going? This is our first Tonight Show. I still don't got all of the graphics and everything ready yet. You think he's gonna stay out of Bronx River? I think. You think so? Something tells me he's going to stay out of Bronx River after this. You think so? I don't think he is. I don't think with all due respect, I put him in a Charleston Wright area. Because both of those guys create a problem to try to get you on camera. Those aren't guys that's walking around minding their business and then somebody is starting trouble with them so they feel like they need to get you on camera. Those are guys that's just literally just minding their business. Pardon me. Those are guys that aren't minding their business. They're creating the situation. And then they want to get you on camera after they create a situation with you. I don't know if I don't know if I can rock with that. I don't know if I can rock with that. Artie D. Glass says, We just need Hassan to stay inside for his own good. I don't think that helps. Remember, he was staying inside before, and all of a sudden, an assassin broke into his home. I'm not capping. Y'all remember that happened. Even when he was just home, an assassin broke into his crib. So I don't even know if just staying home is going to help this guy. 1 second. I'm gonna lie. Tell me where to lie at. If he does it next time, it might be detrimental to his health. Now he's not going to go back there and go live, seen and unseen. Now he's not going to go back there and go live. No. If I miss you when you come back and you think you tough, got to teach you something. I don't know. See, this is the issue and this is the problem. Hassan Campbell created the problem. What makes you think he isn't going to create that same exact issue somewhere else? Like, what makes you, if he's the problem, does it matter what project he goes to? I want to explain something to y'all real quick. You know how I had all of those people following me around? They still follow me around. And they're always trying to like create some kind of situation with me and everything, right? They're trying to make it look like I'm the problem. So that's why they constantly have these dope fiends and whoever the hell coming up to me and trying to have a situation with me. Because they're trying to make it look like I'm the problem. Like, why is something always happening to you? Well, if you're targeting me and you coming over to me everywhere I go and you got people outside my house when I wake up in the morning, and yeah, there's somebody outside this morning when we walked outside. That's a fact. So there's somebody outside when I'm going outside in the morning every time, and you see me going, and you always got people following me around. And of course, it's going to seem like I'm creating a situation. You understand what I'm saying? So he doesn't even have that. He is literally his situation. He's his problem. You understand? Me, as soon as these people start following me around, I'm going to be gravy. He's not. Because he doesn't need people to follow him around. He's following himself. I'm going to close out this 88 vote in this poll. I got another question I want to ask. One of you guys just brought it up. Anyway, do you believe Hassan Campbell before he went live from the hospital bed? 43% said yes. 31% said no. 25% just wanted to know the results. 88% of the 88 people voted. I got a different question real quick. Do you think Hassan Campbell is going to go back to Bronx River? Let me see. Just want to see the results, right? I'm just going to write the results. No, so nobody know what that means, right? What up, Trojan? If you go to a certain area you came from and got blasted on and you're going back, this dude just got shot at in the neighborhood that he claims to be the neighborhood that gave him his fame. So now how is he going to claim his fame if he can't go back home? I need somebody to explain this to me. How can he claim his fame if he can't even go back home, fam? Real talk. I'm not trying to crap on him or nothing. He can't go back home. That's the area in which he claims his fame from. He can't go back home. How can he claim his fame? Y'all been live with me before when I went back home, fam. On Instagram and on YouTube. All right. Yo, remember that last time we went back the basketball tournament, and so they was following me and they sent them young kids to come try to like start some trouble with me or some shit. And what did I tell you? The niggas in the neighborhood was like, yo, get out of here. What did I tell you? I told y'all that's how the Bronx is. The niggas saw them little young niggas trying to just start like have some bullshit going on. It was like, get out of here. And then I showed y'all. I'm just explaining because I know I be saying shit and I know people be thinking I just be talking. Showed y'all. Unseen and Unseen is still talking about him going back to that neighborhood. You think they're gonna try to finish the job? I think they sincerely and honestly just wanted him to get the heck up out of there. I don't even think they probably wanted to hurt him. If that really was some other random person shooting him, there's a good chance that they could have killed him if they wanted to. I think they just wanted him to get out of there. You see, the police is going to look for the situation differently, being as he survived. Get it? Being that he don't survive, the police probably have to solve that case. Being that he did survive, looking at the situation and looking at what happened and how everything happened with him standing out in front of those buildings, yelling and screaming. I'm just saying something to be mindful of. That's all. Something to be mindful of. That's all I'm saying. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm actually only ran the live tonight because I had to see how it was gonna run. I had somebody hit me up and they was like, yo, you gonna do a live? And I was like, what you talking about? And they said, because you were supposed to start one like 30 minutes ago. And I was like, oh man, because I was like checking some stuff out and then I accidentally put it up. So I was like, all right, we're gonna do one. Shout out to that. That's literally why we actually have the live right now, because I didn't think I was going to be able to get everything running the way I wanted it to run. Maybe it's disturbing the peace. That's a fact. That's why I am about to let y'all go. The Tonight Show will be coming back this week, like I told y'all. Just a preview. All right. I still have a lot of work to do on this end, not just on the Tonight Show, but on some other things. Nope, don't trust it. Just saw something that it was definitely a sticky situation. That's all I'm going to say. 10 people voted. Do you think Hassan is going to go back to the Bronx River? So far, 10 people voted. 80 said yes. So 8 people said yes. 2 people said no. Y'all really think Hassan going to go back to Bronx River? I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, that's where his identity comes from. That's right. So he's a super big, bad, tough guy. When he beefing with people now and they say you can't even go back home, that's going to hurt, right? Just something to think about. I don't want to say too much because I have a couple of opinions my own. And I don't want to say too much. I'm actually still just checking to make sure everything is running well. It looks like everything is running well. That's something I didn't do. I gotta check out how to make sure I do that next time. Sorry about that, y'all. I am actually about to end the live. I still got a couple of things that we need to do over here on this end. We're gonna end the live. We're gonna morning coffee. We're gonna be back on the phone. Most likely we're gonna be outside. I don't know. Most likely we're gonna be outside. Hope everybody had a good night. Hope everybody enjoyed themselves. We're gonna get up out of here. Remember, whenever you're helping somebody else be the best of them that they could be in that moment, you being the best you that you could be. So go out there and be great. God first. Also, before you go to bed and after you wake up, always remember, drink water. Water is great for our insides. Also to the water, one of the things that we must also remember is that we have to get a good serving of fruit and vegetables every day. The vegetables and the fruit, actually fruit specifically, has H3O, and that is even better for us than H2O, because H3O is actually what we need to take in to get the water that our body provides when they talk about how much of our body is made up of water. So make sure that we drink water in the morning. Also make sure that we get some fruit every day. That's about it. Anyway, if you had anybody still awake in your household, give them a hug, tell them you love them. You don't never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Give people their flowers while they're still here. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.